I see it.
We are live.
Yay.
Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. I thought I turned everything off here. So excited. We're being experimental, and it's exciting, and it's also nerve-wracking, but we're going to try our Be Live with training this time. So we'll give people a few minutes to get on here. Start messaging us, guys. Let us know you're here. And then we'll also here we are. So, all right. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday evening, hump day evening, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
But I'm excited about this training. Have a lot of people excited about learning about parties. And I know, Jody, you all know that Jody has great ideas.
There they come.
I see Karen. Yeah, here they come. I see Allison. I see Woody and Sharon. Hi, guys.
North Florida.
Yep.
Lower
Lots
Michigan.
of Facebook users. Missouri, New Jersey. I love that you're telling us where you're from. That's fun.
Yeah.
We're in still record heat, Arizona.
Yeah.
Getting a little tired of it. I don't know about you, Jody. I'm getting a little tired of it.
I'll tell you what, I had running around to do today, and my car wouldn't be on long enough to cool off, so I was just hot all day until I got home.
Yep. Looking forward to some cool down. Hi, Jennifer. There's someone I see a name. California. Sandra. Hi, Sandra Blake's joining us. Give people a couple minutes to jump on. And this is fun too, because I did figure out how to download this later, so we can also send it out in an email through your back, we send it to the back office, so you guys have that too, because we know not everybody's on Facebook, and we don't want people to miss out on the training, so we can send that out as well. But this is kind of fun because people can jump on, and we're live. Another California. Oh, Atlanta. All right. Iowa. Someone from Iowa. I don't think that's, I think Barb, we'd see if it's Barb, because I think she has hers shown. But all right. Well, just to kind of quickly go over, this is going to be the first time we're going to be sharing our screen. So hopefully Be Live cooperates and doesn't freeze up on us. Sometimes it has a tendency to do that. But so Jody's literally going to walk you through live how to set up a party in your back office or an event, because remember I told you we're making it a little more generic, because party just really to be in person right now is not the most likely thing and what people are comfortable with. So event can cover so many more things. So we're going to show you some of the collateral pieces and things like that, but also some different specials that you can offer. If you don't want to use what's through the current party program, you don't have to use it. Just kind of pros, cons, because face it, Jody, you want people to make money. So wherever you're going to make the most money, that's where we want you to be. So, we'll cover a lot of that. And after this, I'll post anything that we have that is pertinent to you guys. We'll post that in the Bella Builder group as well. So under the files. So, all right, Jody, you want to start off before we start sharing?
Yeah. I just before I dive into kind of the actual process of setting up an event in our back office, I want to talk a little bit about the event, and it is an event when you have a party, as we like to call them, forever and ever. And I know there's a lot of distributors that really that was how they did their business. They did parties, and then we have some that haven't done parties. They may have collected orders, which in my opinion is a party, especially right now. In this world that we're in right now, a lot of people aren't really wanting to gather and have big groups of people, but we can still have a party. We can still offer some incentives to those customers that, they want to help you. They want to have a party. They want to earn some product. And we can do it. There is absolutely a way to do it, and especially right now in this time of year, people are really starting. I don't know about you guys, but people are really looking for their fall, candles, and they're looking for their, yummy and their gifts and all those things that they want to give during this time of year and burn in their homes. So especially if they're working from home. So we have, as you guys know, we have an option to set up an event in our back office. And that event is really for online parties. So it's how your customers can actually go on your website and place an order and attach it to a party. Now, again, a party is kind of a broad term. It's really an event, and it's where people are, you may have a host who wants to invite their friends to order, and then the host receives incentives for doing that. Now, with our online, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, you guys all know when it's a web order, we make 20%. And the reason that we make 20% is because the company gives a really great shipping discount. Okay, so that $5.95 flat rate on your website is incredible, and it actually, I believe, my customers order more because of that. So that's a great option if there are people that are out of state from your host and they want to order online. However, what I've been doing and what I've been really kind of coaching up my team to do is to actually entice your hosts to collect orders. So almost use that online function if needed, and the company will give them half price items for doing so. But in addition to that, have your host collect orders so that you can then, take ownership of that because it's your business, and you can actually enter those orders. Because, we get close to, in many cases, 50% off of, we're at wholesale. So now you have an opportunity as a business owner, as a distributor for Mia Bella, you have an opportunity to take that 50% and use some of it for incentives, use some of it for gifts for your host to get her to collect more orders, and, have fun with customers. So we're going to go over some of that and some ideas, but the first thing I'm going to do, and I'll go ahead, Kim, if you'll switch me over to my website. Okay, is it showing?
It is.
All right. All right, so this looks familiar. You guys all have this back office, right? I want to show you before going any further that under ordering, there is a home party organizer section right here, okay? Also, before I want to show you, in report manager, there's a whole section down here on home party reports. So you have your home party summary, your home party sales report by item, and your home party sales customer list. So just kind of giving you a little bit of a walk around on that. But let's go in here to home party organizer, okay? So this opens up to a page that actually shows where you can create a new home party, and then it shows the host rewards. Now, what I do with my hosts is I make it very clear that all orders online that are placed online for your party that you're doing, your rewards for getting those online orders is going to be half off items, because the company, Mia Bella, actually pays for those, which is pretty good considering, they're giving them that great shipping rate, and they are still paying you as the distributor 20% on these orders. So that is a great option if your host has people that are out of state or just can't, they, for whatever reason, they want to go online and order. But as a side to that, I always really incentivize my hosts to collect orders locally and deliver locally so that she can get free stuff from me. So it's really two separate things, but it's one party. So when I'm ready to set up a new home party, you would click this box, and I'll show you that in just a second, but I want to show you two parties that I have set up right now. I have one for Etta, and Etta is in New Jersey, and she is going to have a few online orders, she mentioned, but she's actually going to collect orders mostly herself with people that she knows. So she's going to see her, she's going to see her friends, her family, certain people that she's going to message, and she's going to collect orders herself. And I'm going to enter those in my back office and send those directly to her. So that's the separate part of it, right? So she has this link. Once you set up a party link for online orders, she can give this link to people that are not local to her. So keep in mind, it's two separate things. And I'll show you in a minute how you can use some of these buttons here. This party here is going to happen in October. This is a friend of mine she's actually doing an in-home party as of now. We're going to move forward with it unless she feels uncomfortable. But right now, things seem to be pretty good. So again, online, but she lives here in town. So I have given her incentives to collect orders, collect, the payments for those orders, and I will be entering them in my back office, because then I get that higher profit margin and I can reward her with free product since I'm making almost 50% in most cases. So those are the two parties, and that's how they show, and this is where you manage them. But right now, we're going to just set up a party. This is how simple it is. So you click this little button here, and it opens up, and you get to pick your date. So I'm kind of partial to the number 22, but we're going to go with that, and this party is going to be on September 22nd, and it's going to be at 2:22. The date honestly doesn't matter. But it's just more for your own organization. But the date and time doesn't mean anything, like it's going to, disappear after that or something. So, and we're going to call this Mia. We'll call this, let's see, we're going to call it Mary's Mia Bella Party. Now, if you're seeing my computer want to populate, that's just my computer, so yours may not do that, but my computer thinks it knows what I want to do. So I'll just put in 1 2 3 4 5 West North Street, okay, and then I live in Peoria, and then, or wherever the host lives in Peoria, and we'll just use okay. So now I need to add a host. So I can either create a new contact as a host, or I can search, maybe it's that lady right there. Okay, then I would just click on it and it would populate. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, and then all you do is submit, unless you want to cancel it. Okay, but if you're done, you submit, and now I can add guests, or I can just return to the home party menu. And you can see right here that it's successfully created, okay? The other thing is, if you're ready to add guests, let's just say Mary, or Pat in this case. I know I called it Mary's party, but I don't have a Mary in my list, so. But you get the idea. I can actually reach out to my host and say, if you would like, if you give me your guests' names and emails, I will send them an invite, okay? So I can actually do that. I can sit in here and add guests, and they can either be in my contacts already. So you can see there's somebody that's in my contacts already. She's ordered on my site before, so she's there. Or, like I said, you can just create a new contact, and all you would do is enter them in like this. So You guys all know Kylie. And then all of their information, so on and so forth. It's really, really, really easy. Okay, so it just walks you right through it. Now, do you have to add guests? No, absolutely you do not. Okay, but you can. Now, here's what's really cool about this. So this is our party, Mary's Mia Bella party, and you notice it put it in between my two parties because of the date. So it organizes it by the date. Now, let's just say Mary calls me and says, oh, I can't do it on the 22nd. We got to do it on the 23rd. Okay, no problem. Not that it really matters to Mia Bella, but if you want to change that and you want it to show correctly in the email, go in and change it and submit it again. And now it's changed. Very simple. All right. If I want to add guests, same thing as before. You click on that and you add the guests. It's the same page that you guys saw before. Okay. And you can add as many guests as you want. All right. Then if I want to send an invite, okay. Now, I'm going to, well, Kim has a picture of it, but if you're going to send invites, then you'll go to this page and I would go ahead and put in the names and check the boxes, include the party location or not, because in this case, there is no location because Etta doesn't, she lives in New Jersey, right? So I'm not going to New Jersey, although I wouldn't mind, but I can uncheck that box and it'll take the location out. Now I wanted to show you this right here. So I sent it to myself earlier and I wanted to show you what it says if someone says they can't make it, okay? Now I can see that happening if you're having an in-home, but you can see Etta hasn't responded yet, but she's the host, so she knows she's doing the party, but she's not gonna go on and order and because she's actually the host of the party. So, but once you check them, who you want to send them to, you hit send emails.
Hey, Jody, just a quick note, when they're setting up their party, if they do want to, if they know it's going to be, say they're going to do a party through their VIP page. Okay, so they're going to do something that they know is online. They can actually put that instead of an address, put that it's going to be a live VIP online party, and then they could still click that they want to show the address, and that's what will show in the email too. So they could do it, either not show it, or if they do want to show specifically it's online, they can do that as well.
Yep. Yeah, they absolutely can do that. And it makes it easy because it lets them know, listen, we're not expecting you to come anywhere. We're just telling you this is a way that you can order. So again, as I explained in the beginning, we want to have that online link and we want to be able to offer that to those people. But in a little bit, I'm going to show you why you're really going to entice your host to collect orders, because you guys all know when we put orders in the back office, we make 50%. So we do have that extra to reward our hosts. But if they do get some online orders, you want to tell them you're going to get half price items because the company's going to give those to you. So there's two ways. So I love that because there's options, right? They have options. So one other thing I wanted to show you is there is a place to add orders. And I can only see myself using this if there's just somebody that's really not wanting to order online. They don't really know how to order online, or they're struggling ordering online, but they really need to order online because they live, really far away. You could actually add their order in here, and the guests would be, so let's say it's this person and she needs to really do it this way. It's so simple, guys. It's going to look really familiar to you as far as the ordering, because this looks very similar to what it looks like in our back office. So if I'm going to do a candy cane, she wants a candy cane candle, right? So there it is. I put it in. She wants 4 of them because she loves them so much, and I add the items. Okay, so this is exactly how it would be done, and pretty simple. Kim, did you want to remind everybody what this means, the drop ship?
Yeah, so this again too, if there are orders that are being added on here. If you don't select drop ship, it would ship to the address that's on the party. If it's drop ship, then it would ask them for their specific address, just like a retail order, and ship directly to the customer for the 595. So whether it's shipping to the host or shipping to the customer, it's still going to be that flat rate because it's a web order, that retail order for the 595.
Yeah. So that's nice, but that 595 is great. So I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
and see, Jody, where you're showing there the rewards that you were showing there too. If you'd had this order in, and I'll show this a little later too, but that's where if you pulled up the host, then you would see, say they had a $200 party going right now, she would see what rewards that they had right there. And as she added her free half price items, it would reduce that down to 0. So that's where you will see how they redeem those rewards too. Because I always have a lot of questions. Oh, how do I give them their half price items? So
Yeah.
that's the area where when you're adding an order, you just add the host, and then that's where you would select. I mean, do you want to go under the host? There's no rewards, but just to kind of show them what that looks like.
Yeah. So add orders, and then I'll just
just select your host. Yeah, not that it's going to matter because there's no rewards. But so, like we said, if they're you had the host checked last time, I think.
Oh, I did. You know what? Yep. Let me go back here. Let me go back. Let's go to that party because I had picked a different party, so that's why.
Oh, that's what it was.
This is the good problem to have when you have a whole bunch of parties going. Okay.
Yeah. So now you can tell she's the host. Here I'm pointing to the screen like you can see me, but you can see the rewards. So if she, for every 100, they get one half off item. So you would see the rewards, and as she adds the product, it would reduce that number until there's a 0, so that she redeems all of her half price product. And I would assume we'd probably have a lot of those signature candles being the ones, since they're probably one of our highest priced items. That's what I would get anyway.
Yeah, that's the best deal. That's what I would recommend for my customers, especially if they have a favorite fragrance in that line. So, so that's really cool. And keep in mind, guys, this reward right here is being taken care of by our company. Mm-hmm. This is not your responsibility now, but just know that they're getting a great shipping rate this way, but you're making 20%. But that's so that all of this can happen, and the lower shipping and all of that. So I just want to make sure but you can use this online function as a caveat to bigger and better things with collecting orders, and kind of make it a duo. It's kind of a 2-part party, and it seems to be going really well for a lot of people. I'll tell you in a minute here. I just want to show you a couple of housekeeping things really quickly. When you go to Report Manager, and let's just say you want to look at some stuff here. So here's your home party summary. Okay, and play with this, guys. You got to play. This basically shows all the parties, okay? Now, we've been playing with this. You can see Kim and I have been playing around with this because the party subject's been coming up lately. So we want to make sure that we're on the ball, and we're training our teams the right way, and training you guys the right way, at least, giving you some ideas. I'm sure you guys are going to come up with some amazing things, but I want to show you something here because these don't have any orders on them yet. Most of my hosts are collecting orders. However, if you look right here, I was testing this out. This one says details, and I'll tell you why, because it has an order, okay? Now, if you look at this, you go, total profit, you didn't make any money. Guess what this is? It's a gift certificate. So as you know, when we sell gift certificates, we don't make the profit on the front end, because when our customers use them on our website, it's money. So it could be applied to tax and shipping. So we can't get our profit on it until they spend it. So, which makes perfect sense to me once somebody explained it. But look here, let's just say, I wanted to see, what are the details of that? And you can see it was a gift card. So I was testing it out, but this gives all the details. So I love that. I love that feature. That's kind of fun. And then let's go back down here to sales report by item. I mean, it's all broken down. There's that. Now, if I had a whole bunch of online party orders in here, it would all show right here. So that's kind of cool. And then last but not least, the home party.
That's a great way to follow up with your customers. Like you say, you do it 2 weeks after, right? That's your role, is 2 weeks initially?
2 weeks, 2 months, yeah.
What a great way to follow up, and you know exactly what they ordered.
Mm-hmm. I got to think about the number 2. So, so this is, and I can even download this report into but this is my home party guest list so far, right? So again, keep in mind, I am still working on getting my host to give this link out, but most of them are so enticed by my order collection incentives that they're really leaning towards that. So just so you know. Oh, there's one other thing I want to show you before Kim shares some slides about the oh my gosh, having a collection party. So, where they collect orders. So one thing I did want to show you, and I'm sure you guys have all seen this, but your customer invoice history report. I want to show you one more place where you may see that an order was placed on a party. So when you go into there and you see, you're going to notice right here, look at that. It says party name. So under there, this gift certificate that I ordered back in August to test this out shows up right there. It tells me exactly what that party was and what I named it. So that's kind of cool. Another place, just yet another place that you can see those party orders. So that's kind of fun. So is there anything I've missed, Kim? Or let's see. Oh, what would get an incentive? I'm looking at some of these questions, and I apologize. We'll definitely answer them. It may be after, but we're going to go over some fun incentives, and I'm going to challenge you guys to get creative on that. But I'm going to show you a couple that I think could be fun incentives for your hosts. So, is there a few more slides you wanted to show, Kim, on email?
Let me show what this is. So this was showing. Okay, this is where Jody showed you. I just had a couple screenshots, but this is where, if in the email, which I'll show you in a second, where that goes. So hold on here.
Yeah, because when you send out an email to these customers, it's actually really nice. And it gives them the option to shop immediately. Like, it gives them the link. They can go shop immediately. Now, you may not want to do that because you may be working with a host that really wants to collect orders, so that you can retain that 50% and reward them. But this is the email, right, Kim?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is actually one that I did this in Word, just so that I'll post this out here, so that if you don't want to use the eBite for any reason, and you just want to send a nice email out to your customers, I totally had this rewritten, so it's updated. We have the nice new image on here. So I'll post this out there for you guys to use as well. So it's editable, so you can put whatever you want in here. But this is the actual email that they see. And you can see in the blue that it auto-populates. Remember, I talked about the dates. So it puts the date of the party and where it is. And again, if you wanted to see how I put online. So it puts whatever you put in there is what will be on that email. And then what the customer actually sees, now they'll have the image on top. I just didn't put that on here for these purposes because it cut it off. But see on the very bottom, it fills in your name, your email address, the host name, email address, and the phone number. But then it also has I can attend, I cannot attend, or shop now online. And that's where we showed you where the RSVP showed up. So whatever they click on, you'll see that in your reporting. But every one of these buttons actually takes them to your website. So that's where it takes them when they click on that. And you can see too, it auto-populates in there a link to your party. So if they have this email and they want to share it with a friend that maybe wasn't invited, they can pass this along so that it's on there for them. So that will be, it's a great email. We had it. It was very outdated. The image was outdated and the verbiage, but now it's all updated and looks great. And you guys are familiar with this too. So that's the new image. And then I'm trying to see, what was the other one I wanted to show you guys? I have a lot of print screens here. So this was another question we had is, how does the customer know that their order is placed on my party? So this is what a customer actually receives after they purchased through your website. And see on the bottom, this was one that I had called the Labor Day celebration. And it says right there, this order is part of the Labor Day celebration home party. So that's their confirmation that their order did go towards that party. So I want to make sure you guys knew that. And let's see, there was something else. And then this was, we talked about this earlier. This was just the rewards. We weren't sure, but you can see there was actually, the host ordered something and you can see there were some rewards and what they ordered. So just so you knew what that looked like as well. And again, just redeeming and then just showing you the drop shipment to the host and the amount, because you guys know your commission is going to be based off what that final subtotal is. So you can see it was $12.47 after the rewards. So we just wanted to point that out as well.
$5.95 shipping. Someone's asking here, can we drop ship to customers directly with the retail site shipping cost of $5.95 instead of the distributor? And the answer is yes. Just remember, absolutely. You will make 20% because it's an online, and when you click that drop ship, it goes right to them. So I'm going to go over a couple incentives here, and then Callie, yes, you can be your own host.
Yep.
Okay.
And then this is, we just wanted to share, because again, if you do have those in-person events and you want some order forms, you can order those through the Mia Bella printing, and you have the option, you can see how many that you can order. This is actually the custom one that you can actually put your business name on here and your custom information. And then this is the one that's just the stock sales receipt. So you get 50 two-part forms for $12.99 that you can order through that site as well. And I think, do I have a third one here? Yes, and this is actual, Jody just actually did a picture of what it actually looks like. So this is what the form looks like for you guys if you want to have sales receipts for your customers. And then Jody, what did you want to show next? The some of the incentives?
Yeah.
Some of the ideas for that? Okay.
Before you do, I want to, will you put my screen back up? Somebody's asking about gift cards, and I can show that super quick since we're here. Because gift cards might be a big seller at some of these parties. So I just want to, if you don't mind putting my screen back up. There we go.
There it is. Yep,
okay.
Got it.
So gift cards are super easy, guys. Like, it's almost incredible how easy it is. So you would order them on your site. So I would have to log out, right? So then it's just right here, shop, give the gift cards. And it's as simple as, filling out this down here. And it's an email. So you send it to whoever you're sending it to. Maybe you're going to send it to yourself because you want to gussy it up or print it off somehow pretty or put it in a little envelope or do whatever. But it emails it to them. So you put in the email, you put your name or whoever it's from, and the card, the message, and the value. And you can see the values that you get to choose from. So really easy. I don't even know if they could have made it any easier. And you add to cart and you check out. There won't be any shipping or tax because obviously it's a gift card. It's gonna get emailed. So I did get the email for the one I ordered to test, but this answers a few questions here too. So hopefully that helps. I want to answer that real quick because somebody asked and it's really quick to show. So
yeah. And someone else also asking about creating a mystery host. And I think that's always fun, especially for an online event. I've seen a lot of I'm sure Jody have a lot to share. I've seen a lot of people where it's like, if you have, for everyone who has a $50 order or more, they get in a drawing to be the mystery host. So you kind of can upsell, the size of your orders. So what other things have you done for mystery hosts, Jody?
Oh, absolutely. I have done it where I always have a party open on my site. And so if if they're out of state, obviously they can go there. But I basically put whatever the increment for every, you can pick an increment, $10, $20 for every increment of whatever it is you choose, their name goes in. If they bring someone to the party that orders, their name goes in 5 times. For every person, every friend they bring that comes into that party that orders, it goes in 5 times. It goes in, and there's been parties where I've said, okay, I'm going to pick 2 mystery hosts because there's a lot of stuff to give away. And so it's kind of fun, and it gives 2 people a chance. And then everyone likes that because it's like, oh, well, now I have more of a chance. So there's just so many things you can do with that. And you can actually run that through a little Facebook page, a little group. And then, you have the link there for online people, but you really want to focus on collecting, because that's where you can incentivize, your hosts and get them more free stuff because we're making 50%. So let's show some of those, Kim, some of those incentives. So one of them, so this is just one I threw together. So this is a picture that you could actually send, and I challenge you guys to be creative, because honestly, I put this together in about 5 minutes. And the way I did it is, my host, I offered them, for all that you collect. Now remember, if it's online, then it's part of a different incentive. It's those 50% off items, I'm rooting for you. Get to 100 at least, so you get, 50% off items. But if you collect orders for me and you turn them into me, and with Venmo and PayPal and all the ways people can pay now, it's so easy to do this. So my hosts, if they collect whatever they collect, they're going to get 20% in free products. And, maybe 20% isn't going to work for you. Maybe 15%, maybe 10%. Maybe you want to give 25%. I'm not going to tell you, what you should do when that, in that case. Maybe you give 10% up to a certain point, and if they hit 500, you switch it to 20%. But my thinking is, they're like a second me. So now there's 2 people selling in my business, my host and myself. And these are sales that I would not have gotten if it weren't for my host. So I really want to reward them in hopes that maybe they'll even join my team. So that's why, this is 20%, but you can decide whatever you want to do. So you'll see if they have a $500 show in orders collected, they're going to get $100 in free products. If they have a $1,000 show, they're going to get $200 in free product, and I'm going to toss in a special gift. And maybe that special gift is, a wine candle. Maybe it's a little warmer that I have in stock and some Mia Melts. Maybe it's a medium candle because they love, candy corn. So they're going to get an extra one because that's the season, right? It's really, maybe it's a Starbucks card. It's really up to you. They love coffee, so you want to give them a Starbucks card and tape it to a coffee time candle. So there's so many things you can do. Think about your host and do whatever you can to really knock their socks off, and without being going broke. You don't want to give away the farm, right? But you really want them to have another party with you. And then you'll see on here, customer special. So you tell them, let your friends and family, whoever, all your people that are shopping from you, let them know if they order $50 or more from you and they turn in an order to you for that much or more, they're going to get some Mia Melt samples. So, you just take out, maybe you pick a couple seasonal scents and you put 2 in a cute little drawstring bag or a Ziploc bag, and you kind of cutie it up with, put it in a bag for them, and it goes with their order when it arrives. So that's for a $50 order. If they order $100, they get a free bag of Mia Melts, because a $100 order is pretty good. And here's how I look at it, guys. On a $100 order, if I'm making almost, 50%, and a bag of Mia Melts costs me as a distributor only $6, then I'm more than willing to pay $6 to make 50. So But again, that's me. I feel like it is duplicatable, but you also need to make it very clear that the totals have to be based on the totals before tax and shipping. Sometimes I know that people get, a little like, well, my total was this much. I'm like, okay, make sure it's before tax and shipping, because we don't get anything on tax and shipping, right? That goes completely somewhere else. So just make sure they understand that. But these are just some ideas. Someone's asking if this would be attached to the party. So great question, Cheryl. So like I said, if it's online, it's separate, because that is a whole different profit margin. It's 20%, but the shipping cost is great for your customers, but it can be shipped to them directly. This is part of the party, what you're doing with your host here, but you're not going to go in and enter it in that party. You're going to go in your back office like you always do and place this order. The people at Mia Bella, they don't need to know that this is part of a party. They don't even care. They just are happy that you're putting in an order, right? But you know that this order belongs to this party. So I hope that makes sense.
I'm not sure, just in case she's asking specifically, because it kind of popped up when you were showing the gift card example. So absolutely, if they're
okay.
the gift card and you've sent them your party link, that gift card purchase will count towards that party. You just have to make sure that they have your party link so that they're on your website and it's counting towards that party. Cheryl, if you're specifically asking about the gift card, I wasn't 100% sure, because I mean, she asked it like when you're going over that, so that might have been what it is.
Yeah.
And Jody, just real quick too, I just know from my experience from when I was in the field and trying to I just know people love free, and it doesn't have to be an expensive free, and they don't even have to know what the free item is. It can just be a free gift and you make it whatever you want, and you get some fun stuff from the dollar store. But it is so important that, because that host, we know it's like, oh, now I got to go to my friends and ask them to support my party. And if they can go to them and say, oh, but they've got this great special for you guys, it just makes it that much easier for the host to approach their friends and family as well. So it's just look at it as a tool for them too, to help, and everything helps grow your sales in that party or event that you're doing.
It's funny you say that, because I have a friend who is a good customer of mine, and she does a lot of, she has clients all over. So she does a lot of on the go, show on the go or party on the move or whatever you want to call it for me. And she absolutely loves fuzzy socks, crazy socks, fuzzy socks, cozy socks, whatever kind of socks. I mean, if I give her a pair of socks for hitting a goal, like, she is over the moon excited, because that's what she loves. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, it can be, but I've even done, I found these little wooden, I don't know if you guys, you can't see me, but found these little wooden trays on Amazon, and I do the Bella bar. Oh, there it is. So it just looks like a little wooden ladder. I showed this to the team the other day at our meeting, and I included this $1 soap tray, and you'd have thought I gave them, $1 million. So just kind of a fun little gift. But
and Jody, you and I were talking too when we were going through this. Sometimes it's good to sit down with your host and find out more about their friends and family, like what motivates them. Because what it's no different than me trying to do incentives for you guys. I talk to the field to say, what motivates you? I don't want to be offering things that you're going, oh, great.
Definitely.
But it just helps have that conversation, because they might surprise you, and it might be so much simpler than you ever thought, or inexpensive than you ever thought to motivate them.
So true. And I think too, like, by having those conversations with them, you're building that relationship. And to me, that's the biggest thing. Your customers, they buy from you because they love you. And so when you have those kind of conversations, you find out what they like, just little things. Even some of the pictures that I've seen, especially Kim, you've been really sharing a lot of them in the builders page, just of the fragrances. You have the picture of the harvest time and all the little notes. And I know there's some distributors that have been making some amazing pictures, but I'll send those pictures to my customer, because I know she loves harvest time. So I'll just random send her a picture, and I'll be like, hey, send this out to your customers today and let them know it's your favorite. And, maybe you'll get a few orders for that. So it doesn't take a lot of time. It's just, use the tools you have and be creative, have fun with it. It really can be fun, especially when like you said, Kim, when know a little more about your host. So, speaking of that, do you have the picture of the cute little hats? Yes. Okay. So I got to give a shout out to Fran Tapia. She made these adorable little hats. She posted them. I know you guys, yeah, they're so cute. I know you guys all saw them. If you were checking out the Bella Builder page, she shared these with us, and I just think that these are so cute. So what a fun little incentive for you to offer to your your host, the customers. And I don't know how these were made. I don't really know too much about that, but something simple and fun like that is really just such a great thing to give to those customers. And think about it, every customer that orders on that host party is now your customer and maybe a potential host for you. And they're going to like, what you did for them. And then they're going to want to have a party. And then, it just goes from there. And who knows, they may be your next team member. You just never know. So I love these, Fran. I wanted to give you props because I think those would be a really cute, fun little customer gift for maybe a $50 order. Or, I don't know what those cost you to make, but I think they're adorable.
Yeah, they made me smile today. So thank you, Fran.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I saw in my feed today. I'm like, that was fun. And, and it is, I think that's what it gets me so excited about this business, Jody, is I'm going to hide this so they can see our faces now. It's the flexibility that we have, because so many companies, it's like, here's the program, you have to follow it. Don't break any rules. Don't go out. No gray areas. And with Mia Bella's, you can be so creative and do any programs that you want. And really, just like the fundraisers, right? Everything is customizable, whether it's an event, a party, or fundraiser. You have the ability to do whatever you want and be as creative as you want. And I love that. And, we talked about it earlier. It's just make sure, there's people watching you, because when you're having fun, people are watching you. And when you're making money having fun, they're really watching you. So just make sure that it's duplicatable. Don't go so crazy that people are going, oh my gosh, there's no way I can do that. Keep it simple. And if you're having fun, it's contagious, and people are going to want it. They're going to be talking about, what are you doing? And I want to have some more to do with that. So, that's a lot of fun. I know we have some more. Did you see the one question that says, so for the host that collects orders, you're asking them to have the customers pay them via Venmo, PayPal, etc. And in return, when she gives you the orders, she then pays you for her or his account. And am I understanding that right?
Yeah.
She said, we've done an online party. That's good. That's why we're here.
Yeah, those are great. That's a great question. And it kind of depends on, how you set it up with them. If, like, a lot of my hosts are good friends of mine. So when they're getting orders, some of those people are friends with me. So sometimes, so it's Sally and Mary, and Sally's doing the party, and Mary says, oh, I'll just, here's what I want. Here's my order. It's written out, shipping, tax, it's all in there. I'll just Venmo Jody directly. And then Sally will let me know, hey, Mary's Venmoing you. So then I go in and I take note and I just keep it organized. It kind of depends on the situation. I think the best way is to have the host collect everything. And then you fill out, you get all the orders, you do a grand total, and you say, here's what's due, here's what you get, so that when you go in to put in the order, you can put it all in, including her host gifts, and manage it that way. And then always, let her know this is what you have online too. So you're going to get a couple of half price items from the company, from Mia Bella. So, let me know what you want from those. So yeah, that's a great question. It is kind of, trust me, this is kind of like wrapping your brain around it. But once you kind of get the idea that you're incentivizing your hosts to collect orders, unless they just have to do an online one, that's okay. They have an option. But let's really focus on doing this, and you can reward them, pretty well by them doing that. Someone asked a question.
How much you bring? Like when doing a home party, how much product do you bring? This comes to duplicatable, right, Jody?
Yeah, we were just talking about this, Kim and I. So I was telling her, I used to, back in the day, gosh, I don't know how anyone ever joined my team, because I used to bring in like truckloads, and I would just be sweating and I'd be exhausted when the party started. And I used to think, gosh, someone's looking at me going, I don't ever want to do that. That's a lot of work. So I learned, and we trained our team, you want to go into that party with a tote bag, maybe a little thing that you're pulling. You're never going to have, it's impossible. You're never going to have exactly what everybody wants. It's just impossible, because you don't know. And so that's where you take a nice sampling to show all the products, and maybe some of your samples from the fundraiser, and you have some fundraiser information so you can share that. And if you have it and they want it, you can sell it. But if you don't, you can order it for them. So I say always, you want to waltz in with the whistle. You want to be brief, be brilliant, and be gone. You don't want to lug in everything. So that is a great question.
It's nice too that Bob's offering those empty containers too, because it's it makes it a little more inexpensive for you guys to make more samplers for you to take. Because I know a lot of people, if they can't smell it, they don't want to buy it. But that's the great thing too about now that we hopefully, I know I keep updating the fragrance list because we keep finding ones we missed, but that's a great tool for you to be able to lead people in the right direction if they're looking for specific notes that they really enjoy. That list helps you be the expert too, because then kind of what family of fragrance they're looking for, and you can guide them in the right direction if you don't have the samplers. So sometimes those notes can help you get that sale as well.
I see a question, shipping costs if the customer orders, from you. For where I live, I've done the math, and the shipping is about 10%. So depending on what they've ordered, it's right around 10%. Yours may be different. I know there's a way to figure it out by taking the retail value of an order and then seeing what the shipping is. You can go in your back office and look at one of your orders. Just remember, it's on the retail value, not our wholesale value. So a limited, Kim, I don't know if we ever found, maybe this, is there a limited time frame that an online party can be open?
Not in this system. Now, in the new system, they do have it where we can limit how long you can keep a party open. Right now, you totally control that. You're the one that closes it out. When you close it out, it's done. But right now, there is no limit right now, at least through the end of the year. You can keep them open. So,
well,
I'm kind of a firm believer, don't keep it open more than a couple of weeks. Get people used to that, especially if it's a home party with some online being added. You want to close it up because you don't want people waiting for anything. So a good rule of thumb is really a week is probably the best, but no more than 2 weeks to keep a party open.
I think I agree. In the sense of urgency, it does help. I think in any case, once you've got this date and that's when we're going to close it, and you may have to say, okay, we'll keep a couple more days, but I think that's best. And you can always open a new party. So,
And something too that can help people to close it up, like we talked about the customer specials and things. You might say, you know what, for this party only for this week, it's 10% off anything pumpkin and whatever it is. But then you're kind of making it be like, I have to get this order submitted by the state or the offer's over. They don't know that the company's not offering it, that it's your offer. So, you can put that sense of urgency on it however you want to get them to get those orders in, because no one wants to miss out on a special.
Exactly. Well, good. Well,
Amazon thanks you, Kim, for my printer ink refills for printing the scent descriptions. Haha, Sandy, I know. I keep another one you get to print. Yeah, they're teasing me about the scent note. Jesse was teasing me that too.
Okay. Free sample containers.
So those are something that I think we talked about on our September 1 kickoff event. So they're just the little plastic containers with the lids. And you can buy in packs of 5. I think, are they $250, Jody? I think. I'm not 100% on the price.
I don't have it within reach right now, but yeah.
And so you can buy your melts, and they fit one melt perfectly, or I think they fit a couple of the little sampler melts that you can share. So yeah, they did them specifically so that if you buy melts, you can make your own sets and several sets of them, so that you can make them yourself a little more inexpensive than having to buy them pre-made, because the labor on those for the home office is ridiculous. So this just helps to reduce the cost a little bit for you guys to offer them empty for you.
Yeah.
Yep, 5 mini containers. Yeah, I just don't know. I think if you just put plastic or container, if you type it in the search when you're ordering, it'll pop up for you. I just don't know the part number. What else do we have on here? Any other questions that I'm missing? I know Sandra said, back when I was looking for a direct sales company to join, the versatility of Mia Bella's offered could not be beat, which I completely agree with that.
So I want to speak to that because I read that, Sandra, and you hit the nail on the head. It's funny because, and I don't know if we can close after this, but if you guys have questions, please ask. But you're absolutely right, Sandra, and you do have options with Mia Bella. You know, we are at such a high profit margin, thanks to Bob and Charlie and the Mia Bella company and the family, but we have so many options. I've never seen a company, and I'd like to say I've been in direct sales for a long time, and I've never seen a company give that kind of a profit margin. So, use it wisely to reward your host, but be smart about it. But honestly, we have such a great product. We have a very wonderful, fragrant product that is clean and safe and healthy, and very, very affordable. And so, have fun with it. Get creative, try new things, ask lots of questions, and, share your ideas, because I will always share my ideas. You guys know that I always will, but thank you for saying that, Sandra, because you're absolutely right. And the options are limitless. You can really do anything you want and make your hosts keep coming back. So I love that you said that. Thank you.
I'm looking. Oh, she says $2.95 for 5 containers. Thank you, Sandra, for that. And then someone said it defaults to CT time zone when you're setting up your party. So just be aware of that. But again, it's not locked into it. But if you want it to be right on your invitation, if it is an in-home event, yeah, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to that. What else did I see?
The car fresheners on there. So.
Oh,
I told you.
It's like, I think people, like, your ears are burning, because literally I was having a conversation with Bob and Charlie about that today. So it is something I kind of poked them a little bit, because this is something that is really easy to give as free gifts and things like that too. So, I asked him about it. So Bob's, he's checking in on it, because it's been a vendor they haven't worked with in a while. And it always comes down to minimum quantities and things like that. If he can keep the cost down, that's the biggest thing, right? Because you don't want to have to sell an air freshener for $5. So we want to just make sure that we can still get the best value that we can. But that's funny, because I literally just talked to him I had a call with them this morning about that, just saying, is that an option in the future to be able to do that? So I don't know in the near future. I don't know how soon, but they are looking at it. They're reaching out to the vendor just to see, what has changed with pricing. Can they be packaged differently? Can we get some different fragrances? All those questions that I ask, I know I drive them crazy, because they're just like, we don't need more things to think about. I'm sure I drive them crazy, but I'm always trying to think, because I love new product. I know you guys and that's what helps your sales. I mean, people love new things. So definitely something that they're looking into. And I was excited that I didn't just get a nope, we're not doing it. They don't usually say no. They're like, well, maybe, but they didn't say no.
We can live with maybe. We can live with maybe.
I can live with that too. So, yeah.
So, oh gosh, Sally's coming through. So whoever's in that area, please stay safe. We did answer your question about the mystery host, and you can absolutely do it. What I would do is online, I would just make yourself the host. And then once you choose whoever it is, you can change it or work that out later in edit party info. So yeah, you can definitely do that. That's no problem. It's being recorded, so it's going to be emailed out, but it's also going to be live on the page. So
if you guys, anytime we do a video on this page, you just go under videos and everything's there. It's easy. You don't have to sit there and search for it. And I'll keep this at the top for a little bit, but yeah, I'll also download it and we'll get it sent out in an email so everybody can see this, so no worries. But yes, those of you who are involved in this hurricane that's coming through, stay safe. There was a lot of flooding going on, so just stay safe. And I hope this was helpful. I thank you so much, Jody, for joining me on this, because you always have so many great ideas. And I love it. Share your ideas below this. That's the fun of this group, is you guys share all your great ideas and you learn from each other. That's how we learn and grow, right? So
Yes.
I appreciate everyone's time tonight. I know we're right at an hour, almost exactly. So thanks for joining us tonight. And again, if you have questions, keep asking them. We'll keep looking back at this and answering as we see them. So have a great night, everybody, and we'll talk to you all very soon.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Trying to stop streaming.